Writing is kind of a solitary profession. It's weird because as writers we're interested in people, but you can spend all your time writing and you're not really around people. And so when we get out, we're sort of like children who've finally been let out of the classroom and we get to have recess. I never know where a story will come from, but every story for me starts with some little nugget of something. And usually it's a piece of history that I've never heard of. My latest book is Before We Were Yours, which is a fictionalized version of America's most notorious adoption scandal. I was up late one night and ran across a Discovery Channel Deadly Women episode called Above the Law. And it was about women who had committed heinous crimes but could not be prosecuted. And one of the segments was about Georgia Tann, who ran this system of orphanages in Memphis from the 20s through the 50s, and was responsible for the kidnapping of thousands of children from poor families to adopt them into adoptions for profit to the wealthy, and also was responsible for the deaths of an estimated 500 babies and children in her orphan houses. And this went on for decades, and I was just floored by it. I thought, you know, is this true? How could this be true? How would you get people to cooperate with this? How could this have happened? So that was the start of the novel. I just had to know more. All you can do is look at the historical evidence and try to figure out, you know, what motivated this person. And in her case, you know, she was a narcissist and a sociopath. How far do you go into the dark side of history? And with a novel, you're always looking at how do I balance this, because you can't tell a story that lives in a world that readers can't stand to live in. I think the thing about books is they have the ability to put us in the mind and body and heart and soul of another person. And then when we see it in life, we think, well, I know how that feels, I've been there. And maybe we're more apt to then get involved in real life